Let's be honest. Thinking about your basement, it can feel like a total chore, right? But what if we just reframed the whole thing? Instead of a to-do list, let's think about it as building a fortress. A smart, strategic plan to defend the very foundation of your home. All right, let's get into it.
So let's just start with this one simple question. Right now, what is actually standing between all that seasonal rain, the groundwater, and the structural integrity of your house? You know, most of us, we don't even think about it until there's a puddle on the floor, but having a real defense in place is absolutely crucial.
And this is why it matters so much. Water is the silent enemy. It's this constant threat, whether it's from a sudden thunderstorm or just that slow, steady pressure from the ground. And it doesn't just make a mess. No, it can seriously undermine your home's structure, tank your air quality, and really hurt its value.
Okay, so our first move is to gather some intel. We're not just doing a quick checkup here. We are launching a full-on reconnaissance mission. The whole point is to understand the battlefield before we start building our fortifications.
And you know what? This mission is actually pretty straightforward. It all breaks down into 3 key steps. First up, investigate your foundation's history. How old is it? What's it been through? Second, map the water flow. Seriously, after it rains, just go outside and watch where the water goes. Does it pool up near the house? And third, identify the weak points. You're looking for any stains, damp spots, or little cracks that tell a story of past skirmishes with water. This intel is the key to building a defense that's actually tailored to your home.
Once your reconnaissance is complete, it is time to build your first and, honestly, your most important line of defense, the outer walls of your fortress. This is all about keeping the enemy from ever even reaching the gates. And here's exactly how we do it. We seal up any cracks we find in the foundation walls and floors using proper moisture-rated sealants. We improve the grading. That's the slope of the ground. You want to make sure it slopes away from your home. This is so important. We keep those gutters clean so water doesn't just spill over the side and dump right next to the foundation. And we make sure our downspouts carry that water several feet away. Every single one of these actions helps fortify your perimeter.
With the outer walls secure, we can now turn our attention inward to the inner sanctum. See, this isn't just about stopping water from getting in anymore. It's about controlling any moisture that might already be there, keeping the inside of your fortress strong and healthy.
The goal here is pretty simple. Manage the environment to prevent mold, musty odors, and that general damp, clammy feeling. A dehumidifier? Absolute game changer. Making sure you have good ventilation helps keep the air moving. And for those concrete walls, applying vapor barriers and insulation can dramatically cut down on the condensation that forms when warm indoor air hits those cold foundation walls.
Now, one of the most powerful tools in our interior defense arsenal is the sump pump. If you're not familiar with it, think of it as your basement's personal bodyguard. It's an automated pump that sits in a basin, and as soon as it detects water, it kicks on and pumps it safely away from your hull.
But here's the thing. A bodyguard is only good if they're ready for action, right? So this checklist is crucial. Your sump pump must have a battery backup. Why? Well, what's the one thing that often happens during a massive rainstorm? The power goes out. That's exactly when you need it most. You've got to test it monthly. And make sure the drainage paths outside your home are clear, so the water it pumps out actually has somewhere to go.
Securing the inner sanctum also means protecting your home's vital systems. This is a huge safety issue. All your electrical outlets need to be properly grounded, and you should use GFCIs, you know, those outlets with the little test and reset buttons, wherever they're required. Insulating any exposed pipes stops them from sweating and dripping all over the place. And a backflow valve? That can be a real lifesaver, protecting you from nasty and hazardous sewer backups during heavy rains.
Okay, the fortress is built, but the work, it's not over. A fortress is only as strong as its garrison, right? So this next phase is all about maintaining the long watch, an ongoing strategy to make sure your defenses never ever fail.
And look, this doesn't have to be complicated at all. This is a simple, super effective schedule. After big storms, just do a quick visual patrol. Look for any new cracks or damp spots. Once a month, test that sump pump. Every quarter, take a peek at the seals on your walls and floors, and once a year, make sure your exterior drains and gutters are totally clear. It's a simple routine that gives you year-round peace of mind.
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? This quote says it all. This isn't just about reacting to problems when they happen. Regular attention, this long watch, lets you spot the small issues like a tiny crack or a slow drain before they escalate into a catastrophic and very expensive failure.
So, the plan is laid out, the strategies are clear, and the tools are at your disposal. You have everything you need to build your home's fortress and protect its foundation. The only question left is, will you maintain the watch?